Welcome in. My name is Jasmine Partita, and I'm the founder of the 100 Post System. I'm going to walk you through the principle that I used to pass a $6 billion bond measure when no other bond measures were passing with an 86% approval rating. It is the same principles and strategy that I apply to my clients' work so that their messaging gets them things like a 50% increase in admissions for a private high school that I worked with, or a 40% increase in ticket sales for a nonprofit opera company. And the physical therapist office actually increased by 40% in 3 months. They had to hire extra staff right at the holidays when everybody else was laying off. These are the same principles. I'm going to break it down for you now. It's very simple. The first thing that we do is we really streamline the content creation process. So many social media companies focus their time on just creating the content and say it's extra or it's up to you to engage with your audience. But that's where the sell is. The sell is cultivating those relationships and building a community around your brand. The sell is not in an individual video. A video can completely take off and go viral if you're not responding to comments, if you do not have your DMs open, if you do not have people helping you through that process, you will lose leads and not get those sales. So what we did is we completely flipped everything on its side. We did two things. One is we streamlined the content creation process like I'm talking about, which is the 100 post system. It's you give us 1 hour video and we use that to create your TikToks, your Reels, your YouTube videos. And then on the other side, we transcribe it into blogs, captions, and graphics. And that creates all of your content very swiftly and allows us to then focus more on building those relationships with your audience. The next thing that we do is we boil down that message to something that is really powerful, but also easily digestible, something inspiring. In fact, that's 2 of the 4 pieces of a viral post. Any viral post on the web will always have 4 elements. It'll always be original, it'll always be easily digestible, relatable, and inspire action. Every single time. When I say relatable, there's an emotional component to that. When it came to the bond measure, the $6 billion bond measure that I was passing, this was the year that no bond measures were passing. What we did is we started with data. We didn't have any data to start. With your business, you should absolutely be gathering data from each of your posts and from your social media in general, also from your website and where people are landing on your website and how they're interacting with it. All of this should inform your social media because it all connects as part of that journey somebody's going on to buy from you. So with the bond measure, we had to go out and get that data. So the first thing we did was hold community events where we got feedback from people. Then we took their biggest fear and the biggest benefit and put them together into a message. People were so scared about how much this was going to cost, how much it was going to cost them. You hear $6 billion and you think, I'm going to be spending a couple hundred or a couple thousand of my taxes on this. You don't know. So we clarified that very quickly. And then everybody really perked up when we would talk about the benefits. We had a list of 35 benefits, but 2 overwhelmingly outweighed the others for the people coming in and talking with us. And those were fire prevention and park preservation. So the saying that we came up with, the message for our campaign was park preservation and fire safety for just $12 a year. We took this thing that was, like I said, 35 different benefits. It was years of phases of 1, 2, and 3 to get things where they needed. It was we're going to fix the shoreline. We're going to do all these things. But really at its core, we're preserving your parks, keeping you safe, and you're only paying $12 a year. It was magical. And being able to do that with your business and be able to then have talking points around that and supportive posts and content that helps reinforce that idea is what is going to sell your clients. If you want to go ahead and get in on this, I have a couple spots left. You can grab your 100 post system. It'll give you the strategy. It'll give you the content. It'll give you the audience engagement to get the sales for your business.